Congress, how about you progress?
AOC, why don't you call in?
Please.
To the show. That'll help.
DM me some feet pics while you're at it.
Man, we all need to just be killed by giant AOCs stomping.
Fucking death by snoo snoo.
Prepare to be fucked by the long dick of the law. This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Ty.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
And I'm Officer Grant, the good boy of the show.
And I'm the bad boy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why you gotta
That's
play
what
me
we
like that?
decided on the last episode of Fire Bros.
I can't remember that far back.
It's a joke. I'm joking. We're both the good boys.
That's right.
It's like Asterios Kokonos calls us the deep dish pizza boys.
He calls us
Who
that?
could be mad at us? Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I can guess why, because we're from Chicago, but
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
doesn't go a whole lot deeper than that, I imagine.
Sort of. There's many layers.
Much like a deep dished pizza.
I was gonna say like an ogre.
Thematically appropriate. Relevant to the conversation.
Speaking of relevant to the conversation, let's thank last week's guest,
Let us.
Witten.
Thank you, Witten. Witten gang.
Represent.
And we got a returning cast member of Thought Cops. Just kidding. He's a family member here on the show because if you're here, you're family, much like the Olive Garden franchise. That's right. Andrew Shankland is back, baby.
I'm here.
How the hell are you, man?
I'm great.
It's been like 51 episodes since you've been on.
It's been almost a full year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, last time it was after the big game. This time before the big game.
Wow. Freakish. I didn't even think of that.
I thought it was intentional.
What is the big game? What are you guys referring to? Is that the...
I don't know. We're not allowed to say it.
The super...
No, you can't.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
you
Zwick,
can't
you don't
say
have
that.
you don't have to beep that out. I censored myself. I know we can't talk about that because
We'll get sued.
We'll
Yeah.
be canceled.
We'll get our pantsuit off. Pantsuit. What is this, Hillary Clinton? We'll get our pantsuit off. I'm already wearing shorts.
That's right, folks, and it's cold outside.
Yep.
God damn it!
It's not that. It's unseasonably warm, actually.
Yeah, it's like 40.
It is.
It's shorts weather.
40, I would not say. Shorts weather.
Nobody would say that except for this maniac.
Monster.
He is a monster.
What can I say?
We're waiting.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
I thought is the burden of proof is on the accuser or the defender in this situation?
You asking whoever smelt it dealt it?
I believe so. I think the burden of proof that it would be shorts weather would be on you, and you are wearing shorts.
So
Technically, I think that would be
proven.
point you.
Yeah. You just logicked yourself out of that
I
argument.
did. I really did. And I regret it.
So Andrew, what's been up? What's been going on?
Not much. Just descending into the depths of the internet more and more.
Yeah.
I think I've become more and more online than the last time I was here.
You you have like a Twitter account now, right?
I do. I have a Twitter
account last time, right?
I did, but I was not active. Now I'm active. Now I'm wilding out, as I say.
Oh,
Like Nick Cannon on Twitter. I'm going out there. I'm putting out tweets. I got a big old draft folder.
And we were talking a little before the recording about irony poisoning. Would you consider yourself among the ranks of the poisoned?
Oh, I am among the poisoned. I think irony poisoning. You remember in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
All right.
First one?
No, the third one.
The third one.
Okay.
Or the second one, maybe when they introduced Davy Jones' ship and you had to go, the people, they die and they get to. That's what irony poisoning is to me. Is eventually, it's like you live long enough, you die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Bunch of timely references this episode.
Yeah, back in 2008.
And with great power comes great responsibility.
Mm-hmm. And that is my philosophy on Reddit. That is why my Reddit account less active currently, but
it's a good place to be with a Reddit account. Is inactive.
Yeah, but then I get a little. Reddit is like you get a little power, and I'm like, ooh, I'm like, what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis, and There Will Be Blood. I get a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna consume. I get like a 15 upvotes on a comment. And I'm like, I will own this website in 3 weeks when I.
Does anybody like Reddit? Because I feel...
I love Reddit.
Everybody always talks mad shit. I'm not a Reddit guy, and I always hear people who are like, no, you don't want to be on there.
Oh, you don't. It's horrible. It's not good. The people are the worst, but it's they become my family. Ever since much like Thought Cops, when you're there, you're family.
Yes.
It is a really dysfunctional family full of men with not a lot of women.
Anybody who's come from an abusive household can relate to Reddit. That's 100% of everybody on there.
It's all infighting all the time.
Yeah.
It's so factional. So here's my thing with Reddit is like it does attract a certain kind of person, but it's so factional that like the way I use Reddit now compared to when I started using Reddit, which was probably like 2010, 2011 is when I maybe started being on Reddit. So this is a decade of Reddit.
Wow.
And like the
cheers.
Yeah. And the subreddits I'm on now are so different than the ones I was on at the beginning. Like,
that's the one thing I do like about it is you can sort of pick and choose like what you subscribe to and stuff. And some subreddits are really helpful.
You start off on Roblox and then you grow up and you go to cock and ball torture.
Yeah.
It used to be Space Sticks was like the one that
was the big one.
Yeah, probably like that was like 2014, 2015.
What is that?
It was either like
I don't know. It was just like
50% chance that it'd be like gross porn or like someone getting decapitated.
It was like when bronies were big, so that was a lot of... Or no, that was Space Cloud.
Are you sure this wasn't 4chan?
That's the thing is
there
like...
was some bleed over.
Yeah, there are corners of Reddit that are very 4chan. And then like the Donald is essentially... Well, I mean, is 4chan still up?
4chan is, yes.
Okay. Because I feel like a lot of the people...
There's also 8chan.
Yeah.
That exists.
Yeah, 4chan is... That's where I drew the line. That's where I've always drawn the line. But I feel like a lot of people from 4chan bled over to like, those types of the gross out parts and where the most twisted corners of Reddit.
Sort of where the Joker would hang out.
Yeah, but I like twisted. I like to call myself twisted. I consider myself not a twisted king, not a twisted prince, but part of I call it Twisted Nation.
Speaking of it being twisted, Andrew, you've been tearing up the Chicago comedy scene.
Tearing up is one way to say it. I've been, rising through some of the ranks. I've been doing okay for myself, I'd say.
I'm very active every time I do get out almost every time I do get out for an open mic. I see your smiling face there.
I love it. I love open mic comedy. I love not open mic comedy. I love comedy.
Yeah. You got some shows coming up you want to plug real quick?
I do, and I will reach for my phone, and I will open it up, and I will read the dates off through March, because that's what people have booked me for. And so I have nothing. The next show I have on the February 8th at the Underworld Theater. That is late at night, I believe. That's like a nerd themed show. Could be good.
Okay.
Then on the 19th, I have a show in Oak Park. This is the 19th of February. That is a benefit show. Not 100% sure what the benefit's for, but, come help out there.
It's beneficial.
Beneficial.
For your friends.
Beneficial for me and my career. Okay. Okay. And then on the 20th, I'll be at Replay in Lincoln Park, doing 10 to 20 minutes. So that'll be a big old set.
They have shows there?
They are. They're starting a show there. I don't think it's happened yet, but it'll be starting soon. On the 28th of February, I will be doing a house show. So I guess, message me for that. And
is that Shithole?
Not Shithole.
Okay.
Different one. Yeah.
Slide into the DMs, folks.
This one's run by Chris Santiago. Very funny guy. And then I'm doing, I guess I didn't save that on my phone. I'm doing a show called Shady Babies at North Bar at some point in March, I think. I'm doing a show on the 18th of March, a Thursday. And then I am doing that is in Avondale. And then on the 29th of March, I'm currently booked to do Smiley Face, which is in Wicker Park. And then, drumroll please.
Can we get that?
That's probably better to edit.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Slam on the table.
That's my drum roll sound. I went to college for it, so it's pretty good.
That was great.
And then on the 19th of August, I will be making my Comedians You Should Know debut. Which will be very fun, but that's, months and months away. But
what do we do if we already know you?
Yeah, well, hey, you're ahead of the curve, so.
Yeah.
But, come out to a show, message me on any of the social medias, and I can get you my dates.
So, Mr. Show Business?
Mr. Show Business.
Nice.
_ on Twitter, no _ on Instagram.
And we'll link to all that good stuff in the episode description, so check it out.
Yeah, give it a follow.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Follow him. Come on.
I don't think Andrew supports us calling his new fans idiots, but...
My new fans are part of Twisted Nation.
Yeah.
And I will grant them a twisted title.
The Twisted Jester.
Twisted Jester, Twisted Bishop is a favorite, Twisted Cleric. I could go for days.
Yeah.
Twisted Paladin.
Twisted Paladin. Twisted Baron. There's no Baron right now in Twisted Nation. Twisted. There are a lot of Twisted Princes. There can be lots of Twisted Princes in Twisted Nation.
Of course.
It's a feudal state, so titles are to be granted. It's a meritocracy.
Right.
Much like Louis XIV in his court, in the Twisted Court, drama in the Twisted Court. You could call it a Game of Thrones, some might say.
Except this one is good?
I don't know. I never watched Game of Thrones. I did not. I have never seen an episode. Actually, I saw, the first episode when there's the incest. I saw that because my mom was watching it. And then my mom stopped watching Game of Thrones. So,
speaking of watching stuff, we got some show news.
Ooh.
Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/thoughtcops. Grant, you've been doing some fun stuff on there.
I've been, every time I go on Twitch, I have that little picture of Bernie Sanders that's in like the sound room.
Mm-hmm. What is this one?
I've been pretending to do, I actually have it on my computer somewhere here and pull it up as I'm talking, but I've been pretending to be Bernie as I've been, do you see this picture right here?
Yeah.
He's in that sound
so
room being a gamer. So I've been pretending to be Bernie while playing Breath of the Wild or, really any game.
Breath of the Wild and Out with Nick Cannon.
That'll be the name of the next stream.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man. I was catching it myself when I was at home, and they kept you on your toes. The people were popping in the chat and asking you questions about Zelda and socialism, and you really...
And much like Bernie, I have all the answers. So.
Yeah. You really... nailed the theme home pretty hard.
Yeah,
and you did not break character for what seemed like hours.
I mean, some of my impressions sort of eventually started slipping to other impressions. Somehow my Bernie starts to slip into JFK for some reason. JFK / Mayor Quimby, which are like the same person.
Mm-hmm. My other favorite picture of Gamer Bernie is the one of him on the computer. You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple Bernie computer photos that have been circulating.
So the format of the one that I've seen is he's on the computer and he's like turned away or whatever, and this girl I went to high school with, she's been like posting the ones where it's like that, and then it's like a DisneyChannel.com game from the early 2000s. So it's like Bernie Sanders, but he's like playing Sweet Life on deck with Zack and Cody.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Maybe I should do that for the... Well, I don't know if any of those are still up, but that'd be a good
It's been
tie-in.
Been a little project or something I've been meaning to get around to is internet. What is it called? The Wayback Machine, right?
Yes.
You could go on the way. I've always been meaning to go. I've been meaning to go back on the Wayback Machine and try to find all these old Flash games and see if they're available there. But
do those get archived like that?
I don't know, but there's definitely Reddit posts that I've saved in the past that are like. They're like, look at I made this old archive, or I restored all these Flash games, and you can like whatever get them here, or they make them on GitHub or something.
Yeah, because I didn't know if they archived all of that shit or not, but apparently so.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Yes. Speaking of running and not hiding, considering this is going to come out in the first couple days of February, ride-along episodes. If you're a $10 tier on Patreon, we'll drop a post and leave your comments on what you want for an individual personalized episode. If you're on the $5 tier, or if you would like to be on the $5 tier, go to patreon.com/thoughtcops, and you can listen to the episode live as we record it. And for only $2 a month, you get every bonus episode we've ever done. So that's pretty cool.
What's the URL?
Patreon.com/thoughtcops.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Simple enough. And we'll love you for it. See, that's more clicks than you even need. He's putting in more work than you have to do to give us a few bucks just for... We're doing a community service here. Let's be honest.
Less, yeah.
Yeah.
He typed the whole URL with alt codes only. Yeah. That's why there were so many clicks.
And speaking of clicks, we always do this. If you leave a 5-star review on iTunes, we read it aloud on the podcast. This 5-star review is from Chambers, who says, hilarious show, 5 stars. Kevin and Grant do a great job writing Zwick's coattails for an hour every week. Would recommend out of 10.
Oh, thank you, Chambers.
It was out of 5, and we're not riding his coattails. But thank you. Thank you for the very nice review. If you want to leave your own 5-star review, please go to our iTunes page and give us a nice 5-star review. We'll read it out loud, like I just did.
Sorry, Zwick. We got a little bit of silence here.
Got the Wuhan flu.
Oh, God. Hold on a second.
The Wu-Tang.
All right, we'll keep this in now. Let's move right along to a very famous, very favorite segment of the show, 2 Minutes of Hate, where we like to blanket punish those irritating things we see online. What are those websites? Like Facebook.com, Instagram.com, Twitter.com, ClubPenguin.com. You log on just about anywhere, you'll get pissed off.
Video games, old Flash games.
Yeah.
Club Penguin, they have restored, I believe.
Did they?
Yes, I think so. There's a Club Penguin archive, I believe. Or there's like Pirates of the Caribbean Online.
Yeah.
Do we remember this at all?
Second Pirates reference of the episode.
Yep,
Let's see how many more we can get.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean Online. They've restored there's like teams of coders that'll restore these weird online MMOs and stuff. And
what do you call those? Like different servers and stuff? There was one I used to play for a long time called like Endless Online that wasn't very popular. But it was sort of like early 2000s, and they were still working on the game as they were putting it out. And then all of a sudden, they just stopped making the game. And then there were like 20 different Endless Online servers. And they just fucking...
I was like, would you believe that people that like these weird online MMOs that are never popular turn into like weird coding freaks?
Yeah.
Like want to come home and restore them. But it's very fun, and I like it.
Yeah.
Bunch of freaks.
Yep. That's what I call coders. Freaks.
Sick little monkeys.
Hold
on a second. I forgot I didn't have a fucking 2 Minutes of Hate. Hold on. Oh, I do have one. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
Yes.
So this is a Twitter meme that died the same day as it got popular, but I'm still pissed about it. The Poet and the Poem. Did you guys see this one?
I saw it.
For like a day.
I didn't hate it.
Probably, yes. I can't. It doesn't ring any bells, but go on.
So basically, it was like the poet and then space, the poem. So it was like a picture of someone and then a picture of what they stand for or something they said.
Or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's the most simplistic Twitter formula comedy, and sometimes I still didn't get it. I don't know if that's on me or if that's on them, but I didn't like it.
Very confusing format the first time you see it, because it's hard to tell if it's very hard to tell if it's sincere or ironic on first glance.
It felt a little bit too sincere.
Yeah,
I think.
I remember staring at, there was like the first one I saw was like a Bernie Sanders one, and I was like staring at it for 2 or 3 minutes. I was like, is this, I can't tell if you like,
exactly.
Are you making fun of him, or are you being,
do you remember what the poem was?
I wish I could remember. I'm going to try to pull it up real quick, and you guys talk while I do that.
Do you remember, have you seen this, Grant?
I think so, but I feel like it wasn't popular enough to sort of embed itself in my memory. I'm sure that I like glanced by a couple of them.
Yeah, I must have seen like a dozen the day that it went, like it was popular. And
it seems to be like one of the very few memes that just like didn't outlive its day. It's just like, here's this. This is pretty funny. It's good enough. We're done. Good job.
I mean, like I pretty much hate all memes.
I mean, the show's kind of a meme.
Yeah, but like when we do it, it's okay. like we said before, when we like post about Baby Yoda for promoting the show, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
It's
when someone else does it, I hate them. They should go to jail.
Yeah. I mean, we have the power to do that.
Exactly.
How's that looking over
I think
there?
they're all deleted. Let me try one more time. Maybe
Looks like our job's done.
Oh, perfect.
It's like we don't even have to sentence anything.
It's possible that this person deleted them. Hold on. Or they maybe okay.
You can dig it down.
They realized it was stupid.
Maybe
Waste of time.
I'm not seeing them, but I don't want to give up.
Well, if you find it, let us know. But for the time being,
Yeah.
poet and the poem. Let's spin that wheel. Andrew, I don't know if you noticed this, but we got a new wheel.
I do, and I like it.
So here we go.
Potpourri. We need to get rid of that one. Let me spin again.
Man, a lot of these are bad.
Choose your own. Spin again.
Oh my god. Why are they both spinning? And why is there also a spin again?
Smoke the whole pack.
Smoke the whole pack.
See,
okay.
that one's good.
Yeah, that one is fine.
We need more of those. Hey, if you're listening to this and you listen every week and you know the trends of how we punish people, the tendencies that we, tend to fall back upon, give us a couple suggestions for some things we can add on here, because right now we have spin again, potpourri, and choose your own pain, which are basically three ways of saying the exact same thing, which is fucking you decide, which is why we got the wheel.
Yeah, hit us up on Discord or follow us on Twitter at Real Thought Cops. Let us know.
Give us some suggestions, because we're not smart. I'm not smart enough to think up suggestions.
We've been doing this show for almost 3 years and we still haven't figured it out. God.
Well, it's a work in progress. Is anything ever done, if you think about it? Is anything ever complete?
I guess not.
Oh.
Okay, I found the one that I liked, and it is it's a picture of Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's the poet. And then the poem is his text to this little girl that says, "I don't watch Wizards of Waverly Place. I'm not a child."
That's a great episode.
So that is a very funny take on that.
You see, I'm laughing though because I'm thinking about the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That is very true. That is why I like. Yeah, it's the joke itself was not funny there.
Yeah.
But it's a good episode.
Great episode.
I mean, that's sort of like, in order for a meme to be good, it needs to be grounded in something that's already funny.
Yeah,
because
that's a very good point.
when people invent things, it's not good.
What about so this is a format that I liked. Tell me I'm wrong. The one where it said, "Gonna tell my kids this is."
Oh yeah.
So I thought that one was pretty good. I wanted to post one. I was gonna say, gonna tell my kids this was Steely Dan. I was gonna post a picture of the Chainsmokers. I was like, no one's gonna get that.
Honestly, somebody might have gone. I think
honestly,
I did.
You could do that completely wrong, and it'd still like make sense.
Yeah,
in the same sort of way.
That's very true.
I go back and forth on those ones. Some of them were funny. I feel like it really got driven into the ground, like everything else.
Yeah.
My enjoyment of things is just nil.
I participate, but I don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
So the punishment was we got smoked the whole pack.
Yeah.
So this means you got to log off and read actual poetry. Nothing but poetry. No, nothing on the timeline. Just good old Shakespeare.
You got to log off.
Yeah.
You got to log off and read a book.
Sorry, I know it's
good
oh yeah, this book is more than 280 characters. Sorry.
Or what if instead you have to translate your dumb little meme into every language?
Oh yeah.
By hand. So there's no Google Translate. You got to go through the tomes.
Yes.
What if some of these people that think that they're slick, they're like, okay, I got to read a book. Yeah, so what? And they just go to the store and they pick up Drill's book of
Drill has a book.
Twitter statuses. Yeah. He has a book, and it's just a collection of things that he said on Twitter.
That doesn't count.
No, I would say that's not fair.
You gotta read a book. How about a book? You gotta read Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda, is that he's a Spanish? All his poems are in Spanish.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know
who
who
they
he
should
is,
have to
but I know
read.
who
He's a
you're talking
poet,
about.
and his poems are in Spanish. So there you go.
So learn Spanish.
You got to learn another language.
Branch out a little.
Mm-hmm.
Would it kill you, for God's sakes? Andrew, what's your 2 minutes of hate this week? What's bothering you?
I got a double side. It's two sides of the same coin. Okay, two sides of the same coin here.
I like coins.
It's I think it's more of a Facebook thing, and I think it hasn't fully gone out of style, but it's the trend. They call it vague booking. You hear about this?
Yes.
Vague booking.
Yes.
I hate it. If I love drama. If you're gonna be dramatic, spill the tea, baby.
Okay,
lay it on me.
Yeah,
Let me get it all. And then the flip side of that is these people who have something big happen to them, and they log on and they go, I'm excited to announce.
Yes, it's like a
Why
fucking
are
press
you
conference.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, no one is sitting here with bated breath going, ooh, did he get a new job? It's like, if I care, I would have asked you.
Exactly.
And it's this
Excuse me, everyone. Attention, please. You don't have to do that. It's Facebook. You're already saying it. Just say it.
yeah, it's like let's say Facebook is this. To me, Facebook is just a never-ending high school reunion. Like that's kind of what it feels like. And I'm like friends with other people, but like it's just all these people, and we're all in a gym, and we're all drinking warm beer, and then all of a sudden you're gonna clink your little glass, and you're gonna stop
beer can.
to get everybody's attention, so you can tell me that you're engaged. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Engagements are very important. You should have to share those. But it's all these people who are like, I'm proud to announce that what's like a classic.
I got a job at the Honda dealership.
Yep, job, promotion. It's always a brag too. They couch the brag in an announcement.
You know what? If I just thought of this, I have a tendency towards like how people behave online. If someone posts something and they're like, attention everyone, I have an announcement to make, I got engaged, I'll scroll past it. But if someone just like takes a picture and uploads a picture of like their engagement with no comment, I'll like the post.
That's bold. That's because it's that's artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like engagement was a bad example. You should be able to share that with your friends and family.
You can share it, but it's sort of
the announces kind of. And then
It's the way they say it.
it's like, and the thing is, I feel like there's the Venn diagram of people who like I'm proud to announce, and people who also are like, to those of you that are whatever, to those of you who have been talking about me behind my back, it's like, name names.
Yep.
I'm not on here for your vague gossip. I want you to tag them at me next.
I have my
at me next
Facebook
time.
memories turned on, so every time I log on to Facebook, I see a lot of my old posts from 10, 12 years ago, and I hate it.
Oh, I don't.
It's
I don't
all
have
this
mine on.
vague booking bullshit I used to do. Like, what the fuck was I doing back then?
I think I would immediately delete that stuff. And sometimes I would do it because, like, just sort of like insider baseball family drama shit would happen. And I would like try and get like someone to think that I was onto them so that they would know that I'm onto them. And then I would delete it right away, which is like bitchy nonetheless. But like, I think if I were to scroll through, I wouldn't find anything like that. I would hope.
I will say I do think it's very funny when I log on and the first thing I see is something like, shaking my damn head, people aren't loyal. That's the whole post.
Fucking true, bro.
I do think that's fair. When it's like, I guess it's like
pensive emoji.
If it's like a long vague book, then I'm like, all right, this is very dramatic, and like, spill all the tea. Don't spill a little bit of tea. But if it's like really short, something like that,
because you spill a little bit, it's like you want attention.
Exactly.
That's the crux of this.
Well, it's like, now you've whet my thirst, and I need it all.
And I hate feeling like that. I don't care about this person, but they're making me care.
I want all of it. Lay it all on me. It's like watching the first, like, what I do a lot. A lot of times I sit down to watch a movie. I go, I'm going to watch 20 minutes and I'm going to bed. It doesn't happen. You're giving me the first 20 minutes of the movie. It's like when Booksmart came out, they're like, watch the first 5 minutes. And I was like, I'll watch the first 5 minutes. And I was like, well, now I'm going to go see the movie. Except there's no movie with these people. They're withholding it.
It's like potato chips. You can't just eat one.
Yeah, bingo. What was that one? And then, so vague booking and the announcement. I thought I had something else here, but I've lost it.
Two's great. Two's great. Two things.
Oh, I thought I had a thing to say about it, but it's...
Oh, you had... Okay.
It probably wasn't very good.
A point to tie it all together in a nice bow.
Yeah, I do like when...
You said something about a Venn diagram.
Yeah, the Venn diagram of people who vague book, and then people who do the I announce, same people.
Circle.
Yep.
Yes.
One big circle.
But I do think the other thing I think is very funny is people will take like Hillary Clinton and then they'll put a vague book next to it, and that is so funny to me. Like Hillary Clinton, and then it goes shaking my damn head. Some people aren't loyal.
Yeah. Because she would be a vague booker.
It's
for
like
sure.
very funny to me.
I feel like a lot of the vague bookers are either townies or they are announcing they're moving to Colorado because
Going to Colorado. Yep.
Yeah.
Then the other example of this, like people. This is kind of beside the point, but after Warren didn't shake Bernie's hand after the debate on the Chapo subreddit, there was something that was like it was like a fake text thread between Bernie and Warren, and it was like she's like, I'm sorry I did that last night, and he goes, I'm sorry too, I did something worse, and she goes, what? And he goes, I trusted you. I think it's like when people make any adult that I'm supposed to respect sound like an 8th grader. I think it's really funny. I remember what I was going to say now. You mentioned your like Facebook memories or whatever. I what I would do, I was like, I would like try to be fake deep. You know that is so much. I think that's so much worse than vague booking. Like when there was one that I had, it was like on Black Friday, and I was too old to do this. I was probably a junior or a senior in high school, and I was like, it was like shaking my damn head. People in this country are hurting each other over material goods when other people don't even have food or water. And it really
shaking my damn head.
Yeah, it really just, the post should have just been like, I have a crush on a girl. I hope she likes this. Like, please notice me.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. You should at least, I'm like me.
Girls only want one thing: is a bad boy. Somebody who's willing to fight somebody for a TV at Walmart.
It did work. The girl did like it.
Nice.
But at what cost? My dignity. Now I see it. I'm like, Andrew, you haven't grown at all. You still do this. What is comedy but that over and over and over
What
again?
is the price of a human soul?
Yeah. Well, apparently for me, a Facebook status. I will.
If you don't have a punishment, I actually have one for this. Unless you want to go off on one.
You go for it. Yeah.
I was going to say these people should be sent back to 8th grade.
Ooh, yes.
Y'all want to act like you're in middle school. You're going to go back.
I love it. Perfect.
Back to school.
My other
Uncut Gems?
Show my daddy. Yeah, Uncut Gems.
He doesn't say that in Uncut Gems. What if you know how we've seen Uncut Gems, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how when his daughter's in the musical and he like is like, he comes like, what if he went on stage and just started doing Adam Sandler music in the middle of Uncut Gems?
That would have been awful.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. This riff has no legs.
That would have been the one thing to ruin the movie.
Here's my other punishment is, since it's a circle, these people, so here's what I was thinking. If they vague book, now they got to give the press conference. Now they got to be, I'm proud to announce that my girlfriend is cheating on me and whatever. Yep. And then the flip side of that is if they have something to announce, they have to write it on a piece of paper, put it in a glass bottle, and throw it into the ocean for a full year. They don't get to, if you do a please to announce, you got to keep all your accomplishments to yourself between you and the deep blue sea, where the Davy Jones ship of people who have been irony poisoned goes round and round and round.
Beautiful. My 2 minutes of hate this week is this is similar to at least one, if not a couple, that we've brought up in the past, and maybe this has been a 2 minutes of hate in the past, but people who just take any news story, and like, I'll admit, the news is fucked, and like, the 24-hour news cycle made news really bad, and then Twitter and just having fucking the news in your face all the time made it way worse. And it's just like stupid ass bullshit all the time. It's like nothing good ever happens. It's all like dumb ass fucking shit.
That's what CNN stands for, dumbass fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's just Greek.
It's just like pouring into my fucking pupils like all the time. And it's bad. I think we can all agree that most of it's just bad and it's harmful to humanity.
Stinks.
And that's why the suicide rate is up, is because of Twitter. Or whatever. But,
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. But people who see like a news story and they comment on it, this is just like the movie Idiocracy.
Are people still doing this?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's almost happening more, and I think my go-to example is when Tab from Here's What I Don't Get was on the show. His issue was people that are like, oh, it's just like the book 1984, and the criticism is like, have you not read any other books? Did you not really fully understand the point of the book?
Have you not read Harry Potter?
Yeah, that's the one book we all read, right?
Yeah. Total Hufflepuff.
That's how you know. That's how you know Bernie's doing something right. Is no one's on Twitter like Bernie is such a Gryffindor.
Yes.
No one is doing that to him. All the other candidates, John Delaney is the Whomping Willow.
Yeah.
All right, that one a little swing and a miss there. Hey, he's big. He's buff. The Rob Delaney. Oh, that's why I messed it up. Embarrassing.
Well, he dropped out anyway.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was timely.
You can delete his name from your memory. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's like, have you not seen any other movie? The movie isn't that inherently deep. It's just like, yeah.
What are you talking about? It's my favorite documentary.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Idiocracy. A fictional movie, not a documentary. Am I right?
Idiocracy was a documentary. I see that so much online.
Yeah, there's another one like there. What's the other movie that people always say that about too?
It's not Blade Runner, but that is all I'm thinking about.
There was like something else in the vein of that.
In terms of politics, one thing that I hear a lot is like, well, you don't want the country to turn into Mad Max Fury Road, do you?
Oh.
I mean, I kind of do.
Yeah, I was
Looks
like,
awesome.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
But
We're all
that's
on
anytime
bikes.
it's like, oh, well, you know, if this happens and the economy crashes, you don't want it to turn into Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay, that'd be fine. It's a
What
fun.
about The Purge? Do people ever say that?
That's another one
that
too.
one?
Yeah, and
I feel like maybe.
especially because I think those movies, like I haven't seen any of them, but I know they later on got political or something.
Yeah, I think the first Purge. I actually watched that one because of they mentioned it on some podcast, and they're like, "Oh, it's very like whatever classist, or like very like whatever class conscious." And I watched it, I was like, "Yeah, it really is." But when people are like, "We really need a purge,"
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
anyone who advocates violence like that through a film sucks.
Yeah.
That's like your point of reference.
Yeah, it's like these basic Fight Club level sort of movies to reference.
Or it's like people. One of my least favorite takes is anytime people go, "Man, all people suck." It's like, no, all people don't suck. You're just being so reductionist. You can't find any good in anyone.
You suck. If you think
like
that, you suck.
It's not even a fun nihilist take. It's like, yeah, you can have fun with nihilism, but that sucks.
Lazy.
I have fun with nihilism all the time.
Yeah.
I don't just vague post your fucking nihilism on Facebook.
Yeah, that is such a vague one.
Fuck you.
Man, shaking my damn head. People are the worst. No good people left in this world. It's like this is kind of a popular, people say this all the time. It's like Donald Trump does kind of talk like an 8th grader like that.
Yeah.
He does.
He really does.
Yeah.
Did you see what he said about Elon Musk?
No.
Oh, it's so funny. It's I'll read it verbatim. I pulled it up the other day.
Yeah, I'm curious. I've been waiting for those two to interact.
Well, he was like in his cabinet he was like one of his special advisors for like a month or two. Yeah.
Elon?
Yeah. Not like in his cabinet. He didn't hold a position. He was like an outside advisor for a month or two.
This is short, but he goes, he's like, here it is. Well, so they go, the question was, Tesla's now worth more than GM and Ford. Do you have any comments on Elon Musk? And he goes, well, you have to give him credit. I spoke to him very recently, and he's doing the rockets. He likes rockets. It keeps going, and he goes, and he does good at rockets, too. By the way, I never saw where the engines come down with no wings. No anything, and they're landing? I said, I've never seen that before. And I was worried about him because he's one of our great geniuses, and we had to protect our geniuses. You know, we had to protect Thomas Edison, and we had to protect all these people that came up with originally the light bulb and the wheel and all these things. And he's one of our very smart people, and we want to cherish those people. So I really want to take that text and just like put that, and then underneath it put a picture of Jimmy Neutron.
The poet and the poem.
Yeah, the poet and the poem. Slam dunk.
Swish, I hate myself.
The poet and the poem.
So not to derail from
Yeah, sorry that I fully...
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's sort of
We're
like
riffing.
the movie Idiocracy. You know, they do this big journey that ends up just at the same place or whatever the fuck happens in that movie.
I haven't seen Idiocracy, but that's okay because I'm living it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If Idiocracy is a movie that you've seen and it's the only movie that you've seen and it's the only way that you can sort of relate to the outside world in any sort of sensible manner, you get eugenicized. I think that's it. You can't have kids anymore. Or wait, no. I did that backwards.
Sterilized?
Yeah, sterilized.
Big difference.
The process,
Yeah, I was like, when you said eugenicized, I was like,
no,
this
I
is
mean,
okay.
in terms of
I'm good
sterilization
Movie Bob
is
territory.
one way of achieving the process of eugenics. What I'm talking about is, wait, no, because in order to do the reverse...
So you're rounding back to eugenics.
In order to do the reverse of that, all of the people that haven't seen the movie would have to get sterilized. No, okay. So if you use this line, yeah, you get sterilized.
You can't go pee anymore. That's sad.
That's not how that works. You can't have kids. You can't carry along the gene pool. That works, right? I mean, yeah, it is eugenics, yes, but it's.
Can we just get away from the eugenics example for God's sake?
I like the idea of a guy who thinks being sterilized is that you can't pee anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, what's everyone complaining about? I wish I could get sterilized.
I'm tired of going all the time.
I'd love to plug up my hole too if I could.
I can't make it all the way through a movie.
Hey, every time Brandon Kirkman's on the show, he brings up eugenics. I don't know if you know that or not.
I did not notice that.
He did.
So funny.
He referenced it the last time he was on. He was like, yeah, this is the second episode. He's been on 2 episodes.
Well, call in, Brandon. Tell us what you think about sterilization and eugenics. What's your
all for it.
And Idiocracy, for that matter.
Yeah,
so
what's your take on the movie Idiocracy?
Favorite anime? Question mark.
Idiocracy is my favorite anime.
Speaking of Idiocracy, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, then sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh!
Speaking of cruel and unusual, have you guys seen this SNL skit that's like white male rage?
I sure have.
No, I did not. Is this was this on the Adam Driver episode? Because he was the most recent host, I believe.
I think it might have been, but he's not in this sketch.
It's like a weekend update. We'll play it.
Yeah, that would be great.
This is one of the weird. This is like a fever dream.
Yeah,
I do
Which
like
is
watching you type white male rage into a search bar. That is
Into
very
Twitter.
funny to me.
And so calmly, too.
yeah.
It's just my profile comes up.
Here's my song for Joker. Hit it, fellas.
She looks like a serial killer sex doll.
Laughs a lot, but still so scary. Dances on steps, goes stompy, stompy. Puts a pillow over crazy mommy. But the thing that this movie is really about is white male rage, white male rage, white male rage.
Joker.
Major spoilers for Joker.
Yeah, seriously, come
I
on.
gotta say, I don't remember that song in Joker, and I watch that
What's
movie
its
every
delivery?
day while I work out.
He's funny. He's the head writer for
I watch it
SNL.
every day when I
Did
work
you at
out.
least like the
Yeah.
song?
I mean,
Scarlett
I'm not a music
Johansson
critic, but
bangs
it seemed
this
like
man.
It was just a description of the movie, and then it took a weird turn into social commentary.
Aw, thanks. Well, here's another one.
This bit isn't force-fed at all. Thank you, SNL.
This
Oh, I wonder what the
movie has
punchline's
a
gonna be.
lot to offer. Al Pacino as Jimmy Hoffa. Gangster life gets kinda messy. Robert De Niro and Lil Joe Pesci. It's 3 hours long. They're
That's
old,
heightest.
they're young, and it's white male rage, white male rage, white male rage.
Irishman.
All right, that's enough.
Hey, I'll tell you what gave me white male rage. This sketch.
Oh!
I'll tell you the only thing
can't
that really.
believe it.
Oh, I gotta follow up. All right. Hey, you know the only thing that gave me white male rage about the Oscars, the fact that Greta Gerwig wasn't nominated for Best Director, and that and Uncut Gems didn't get nominated, and that's pretty
Yeah.
messed up.
Oh, yeah,
So
that
you know
sucks.
that one was serious, but
Goofed.
Yeah. Were you ever involved with Second City at all, Andrew?
no,
That's what this reminds me of.
it was very Second City.
This was sort of well,
Well, you know that's where SNL started.
yeah. I mean, well, like that's where a lot. Of, yeah, I mean that just it reminds me of having to I had it years ago, been involved there, and then fell out of it for this reason because.
Well, you could have been on SNL.
You joined Twisted Nation. No, this is we're
that's
part of
right.
Twisted Nation here.
Part of the Twisted Podcaster Nation.
Yeah,
I've fallen so far.
New network name.
Sure,
I do. Here's my. May I give my take? If I may,
you may.
As a white male, you may not give your take. Sorry,
I thought we were the only ones allowed to give takes these days.
Let's all be silent and allow all the women
in the room to speak.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll call up my ex-girlfriend. Okay. All right, hello. Here's my thing with this, and I do this with like all comedy, so it's not just SNL. Is I like to really look at the subtext of like what a bit is saying.
Sure.
And here's my thing with this. Okay, so is Joker really about white male rage? No, it's about class and society. The reason that Joker goes crazy in that movie is because they don't have money and they close down the mental health services, and he can't get his medicine, and he can't get what he needs, and that's what leads him to, eventually murder a talk show host on TV. So to say it is just white male rage is reductive. Yeah. Then we got The Irishman, which I haven't seen all of, but
good luck.
But it is 3. I do like that they said it's 3 hours long, and there was no joke about how long it was. It was just a fact in it. But like the Irishman is like, I mean, a lot of people were kind of on left Twitter and like the left internet were pointing out that like it's an anti-union movie. Or like not an anti-union movie, but it's kind of like, hey, look at this shady stuff that happens with unions, which is like, and like, but it's about like it is another movie that's like about like
it happened.
Or there's like, but there's like there is class politics to it.
Yeah,
and like to say white male rage, you're doing this thing that everyone in America does, where you divorce.
Yeah.
Whatever it is from class, and it's like class.
It's like
is really
you said, it's reductionist.
Yeah, that's my kind of take on it. Also, like they couldn't do a third example. Rule of threes. Come on, you're not even following your own rules. I was like, what are they going to do in 1917?
Yeah.
White male rage. I mean, it is kind of the
more or less.
Or John Wick, kind of.
Yeah, but John Wick's not nominated for the Oscars, so you couldn't do it. Ford versus Ferrari, they got to go fast.
Yeah.
They're like They're like my boy Sonic, and Sonic is blue, so you can't take him down. He's also a hedgehog.
Speed.
Also, a little bit too late to be nominated for an Oscar, unfortunately.
Sadly, they could have nominated
next year.
The original. What if they just nominated the Sonic that they had to change for best actor, just so that he had to come out? I'm trying to think of what other movies are nominated for the Oscars.
Real quick though, I love at the Oscars when animated characters show up.
That is very.
I love
fun.
to see Shrek in the audience clapping and wearing a suit.
But it's 2000 Shrek and the CGI is not very good.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those shitty Instagram filters with the dancing Shrek man.
Or it's the Shrek from the SMF film, the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, where it's like the animation is garbage.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think of what else is nominated that they could have talked about. There's a movie called Little Women.
White male rage.
I mean, Timothée Chalamet does get kind of mad at it once, but
why do they have to be little women?
That's what I'm saying.
Women can be any
size. They can be medium. They can be big. They can be extra large. No, good movie. Go see it.
Is it?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot.
You were talking about Parasite. I want to see Parasite.
Yeah,
Parasite's great.
I've seen it twice in theaters now.
Well,
can't say white male rage. Not a lot of white people in that movie. Because, folks, it's set in South Korea. Jojo Rabbit. They're white.
Yeah.
Hitler's in it.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about white male rage in a movie that Hitler's in? It's because Colin Joe's girlfriend is nominated for it, and he was like,
oh, yeah.
Or Adam Driver. Why don't you have a Marriage Story? He's on the show.
Or have you seen this guy in Star Wars? The guy's a maniac.
Yeah, that is nominated for an Oscar. That is nominated for Best Score.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So what's the punishment here? Let's spin the wheel.
Well, I do want to say that they were preemptive in their anticipation of the backlash with this because, of course, after everyone sees this and they're like, hey, SNL's kind of shitty, right? Like this isn't funny and it's not even accurate. A group of 3 people making a podcast go, this is kind of dumb, right? And they make fun of it. Everyone's like, white males outraged over a song making fun of them. Typical. And it's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah. And a certain friend of ours was included in the article that became a big problem.
Oh,
I don't want to say anything about that.
Should we not? Because
no.
I was offended by that.
Did you say what website this article was on?
Daily Dot, I think, or something.
I think so.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it was some. I don't want. If I say who it is, it's somebody who's been on the show.
We're not going to dox them.
Yeah. Let's not dox people.
But basically, the person apologized for including them in the art. Long story short, but it was
someone who was not a white male was described as a white male.
They got owned. The Daily Dot did.
Yeah,
Daily Dot, more like the Daily Not, because they're canceled.
Yeah.
Boom!
More like the Daily. Let's take them down a peg.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I did like when she said "Stompy Stompy." I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's just classic comedy. You know,
Stompy Stompy is funny.
Yeah, that's like
abbreviations.
You see, that's God. I wish like Mad TV did this sketch, because that's what it would have been, like Stompy Stompy Boopy Boopy. It would just been like things that sound funny, and that's it, and that's all we need.
You have to have a sense of like fucking like shame in what you're doing. You know. I think Mad TV did that pretty well. SNL has no shame, and it shows.
I mean, this is pathetic what we're doing right now.
Wouldn't it also be kind of problematic? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Wouldn't it have been kind of problematic if they made the Joker like any other race?
Oh, yeah. How come it has to be a black angry guy? Yeah. I didn't have to say that out loud. I probably shouldn't have.
I mean, I was
going to clip that.
I was kind of hit or miss on whether I should have even said what I said.
Well, I mean,
it's Joker discourse, baby.
Well, you could flip that for anything. You could blah, 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 blah.
Hey, flip the script right there.
Flip the script. Maybe that's the punishment.
All right, I got a punishment here. My punishment is that Lorne Michaels hires me to be a writer on the show.
And fix this shit.
Yeah, I'll come in there and I'll do all my good riffs. I'll make a song about Little Women and how great they are.
And you could do a sketch about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, finally.
And get Ian Erickson to play Jack Sparrow.
Ooh, I love it.
And nobody's in on the joke because they're like, I don't know who this guy is yet.
We could make a song about the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That
felt forced, but I had to do it.
Yeah.
There was an SNL skit with Michael Bolton, I think, where he kept pretending to be Captain Jack Sparrow. You just steal that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I felt like my riff was forced, so that was what I was saying. I forced it, I thought.
The show, okay, let's just stop apologizing to each other for riffs.
Yeah, let's just start apologizing to people that aren't white males. How about that?
Okay, what do we got?
We have this MSNBC host who said the N-word.
I saw this clip.
Yep, I saw
I think
that.
everyone's seen it. Let's go ahead and not play it.
No, let's not.
You guys have
heard it. Did they bleep
it
in future when they replayed it and everything?
Know. I mean, I was going to say if we played it, I was like, I don't know if we should bleep it because I don't know what she said, but
she claims that and I'm gonna be very, very careful with my words because I don't want to slip at all. She claimed that she mixed
take it slow
the names of the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers. She thought she combined the words on accident.
That's what I thought it was the first time I heard it, and I want to say that probably is the case, but there is a good chance it might not have been.
She could have been like thinking as she's saying it. She could have been thinking, "Don't say the N-word. Don't say the
exactly." Well, but also, why was she thinking that? Why was she so afraid of saying it at that moment?
Because if it's your job to speak on live TV,
your literal one job is to not say the N-word on live TV. That's like there's an anecdote that John Mulaney, great comedian, look him up.
I love him.
If you don't know him, John Mulaney, he had a story where he's like he did like a weekend update, and he was talking to Pete Holmes about it on Pete Holmes' podcast, and he was like, well, what were you thinking right before you rolled out? And he was like, I don't know, I was just afraid I was going to say the N-word and pass out. But did Kobe play for the Knicks?
What someone said, and of course it was just like a random person on Twitter, said that this reporter had a hit, I guess she had done
the history of saying
the N-word. No, she had a history of, I guess she used to be a sports reporter for the Knicks. I don't know if that's true or not. That sounds completely made up.
I do think it'd be kind of funny if she was like, all right, don't say the Knicks. Don't say the Knicks. Don't say the Knicks. And then it was so much worse.
Yeah, I honestly think that is what happened.
Could have been.
She's like, oh, I wish I said the Knicks.
The context for this is that Kobe Bryant passed this past week.
Yeah.
And then this was a news network covering the story, and the network anchor accidentally said something wrong.
The gamer word that you're not supposed to say.
Gamer word.
Basketball is a game, so
It is.
It is. Well, and like our good friend Ninja, friend of the show Ninja, said,
What?
like he said, frequent N-word user.
Ninja? Wait, does Ninja really say the N-word a lot?
we looked it up on the episode.
There's a
once,
compilation video.
Of Ninja saying
What was
it?
that? Was that Nicky Martin was just like, yeah, I found a compilation.
Did Nicky, was Nicky Martin on the show, or did
Yeah.
Nicky? Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, oh. So, wait, is Ninja a straight white man?
Yes. I mean, he's got like blue hair, but I mean,
Because I know, who's the other bit? PewDiePie said the N-word, I thought.
No,
that was what
every
kicked it all
gamer
off.
says
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Oh, not every gamer. Not all gamers.
Not all gamers. Not all
Bernie
gamers.
said it. He has said that, when we were talking about, he was criticizing athletes and saying what he does is much harder. So, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we're talking about anymore.
We were talking about how a woman on MSNBC said the N-word on television. Well, what's the fallout then? She apologized, I assume.
She apologized. There was
not fired.
There was a change.org petition that 100,000 people signed to get her fired, and she was not fired, according to PolitiFact.com. Thanks, PolitiFact.
0 Pinocchios.
Wait, what? Is that the...
No, that's just like a thing they do. I think personally, I think she probably should have been.
Wait, where's the Zero
Knicks.
Pinocchios thing?
She should have been New York next.
Oh,
Can we just say that's a punishment? Can we just go with that? I
She
think
gets nixed.
Yeah. What's the next story? It's official. Mr. Peanut is dead. Now, if you have listened to the show in the past,
if you're a big deputy head out there,
you may be familiar with this story. A friend of the show, Luke Taylor, was on to talk about his tale of getting canceled for threatening to kill Mr. Peanut. Now, the same Planters Peanuts social media managers have decided, hey, let's steal his bit and make $1 million off of it by playing it at the Super Bowl. So they had this all cute little gimmick where Mr. Peanut dies in this hilarious sketch. Wesley Snipes, produced by UCB, played at the Super Bowl. Can you believe it? Who the fuck who's into peanuts anymore? Does anyone just like snacking on peanuts these days? They're really grasping at straws.
Well, we know. You guys know where the story ends, though, right?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Which ties into something else we talked about.
I personally, I think Mr. Peanut, I think what Luke did, I think he was fully justified.
Yes. Yeah. He's a bastard. Look at this guy. He's got his monocle, his top hat. He's a jerk.
He's just annoying. Except for he was dancing to Elton John's Saturday Night's All Right, and that's a good song. But that has nothing to do with the peanut, and it has everything to do with Elton John.
Yes. It's like the Curb Your Enthusiasm thing.
Exactly.
It's like we like the memories we have associated with this and not the brand marketing.
Yeah. But it's pretty messed up that this brand fully stole that bit. Like, fully stole it, was building an entire campaign around it, and did no crediting, and like...
Yeah.
I think the worst part was he screen tweeted the same woman who called him out for his Vice article about it, called it abuse.
Yeah.
And then later on posted... Finally, that horny peanut is dead. This, like, he had it coming, and it's like, this is like absolutely shameless.
Yeah.
Because none of these fucking people give a shit about anything that comes out of their fucking mouths or their fingertips or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. It's all useless. It's all completely useless. So, you mentioned where the story would end here. Well, the ad campaign has been put on hold because Kobe Bryant died, and they thought, you know what, maybe this would be a little weird.
Yeah, the timing wasn't great.
I think
it happened before, but this ad was supposed to play at the Super Bowl, and I guess that they're like,
Which, I mean, it's a stretch. I mean, like, I wasn't... when I saw the cartoon Peanut die, I wasn't exactly thinking of Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's in poor. It's definitely in poor taste to run the ad. I would say
stupid.
But I also think it's kind of insane to think that who is the equivalent of Kobe Bryant? The Mr. Planter's Peanut Man.
Yeah.
Same person.
They've had the same impact on culture. They both mean the same amount of things to people. They both accomplished so many things in their lives. But hey, they've resurrected the Peanut, which means Luke can kill him. So
finally,
John Wick style.
God damn, I hope so. I have to see John Wick go nuts in that.
John Wick 4, but it's just him trying to kill the Planter's Peanut guy.
I mean,
I have to kill that horny peanut.
Basically,
it is also funny that the peanut would be horny.
What's up with why are they calling him horny?
It's just
because he's shaped like testicles.
Wait, who said that? Wait, did Luke say he's horny?
No, the social media manager.
Wait, they actually said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks that the social media manager said that.
They're like, that
is so horrible.
Yeah,
I
don't even want to touch like how cringy that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
think it's very funny to say that the peanut is horny, but I think it's bad when it's the social media manager of the company or the guy doing it. His agent, Mr. Peanut's agent, if you will.
I think that since they basically plagiarized this ad campaign from Luke, that they have to include him in it. He has to come back and shoot the peanut.
They should make a Super Bowl. They should replace the Super Bowl halftime ad
with murder.
With murder. Yeah. And then Ja Rule can go, "It's murder."
Is he doing the halftime show?
I don't know. He just says it's murder. He just says it's murder a lot. He was involved in Firefest. He was like in all those bands.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I hope Ja Rule says it's murder. I will have been wrong twice on this show.
I mean, it could be worse.
Could be wrong 3 times, and there's plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. I just wanted to kind of cover this story real quick because it was relevant to...
Yeah, I did think about this, and I saw so many people on Twitter were like, every Chicago comedian is up in arms today over a peanut company's marketing campaign. And I was like sitting at work, which is school, on my lunch break, and I was like, this is infuriating.
It sucks.
Like, guys, come over here. I can't believe they've done this. They're like, what?
Yeah.
No, you don't get it, because my friend Lou, he got canceled because he tried to kill the peanut, but then they ended up killing the peanut anyway, so it's like none of it matters.
They're
like, that's right, yeah.
They should just replace the campaign with that part of V for Vendetta where he goes, I forget the exact line, but he's like, you can't kill me because I'm an idea, and ideas are bulletproof. Oh, that's what the peanut says.
Now, Grant, you were worried about them making a baby Mr. Peanut after this, rebooting
it.
Baby Mr. Peanut.
Because that's the way things are going now in popular culture, is everything's a baby. Nothing talks aloud. You got Baby Yoda.
And they stole that idea from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Fun fact, this was actually recorded before the announcement of the Baby Peanut, and I happened to be editing this after. Oh, wait, what's that? It sounds like a shot from half court, because you fucking nailed it, Grant.
And also a lot of other cartoons from the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, a pup named
Make them babies.
Yeah.
Good enough. Well, they were like younger, but...
They were still Tom and Jerry kids.
Tom and Jerry kids.
Yeah.
I could go on. I won't.
There's a lot.
Rugrats.
Well, they did the reverse.
I know.
Eventually grew up.
I just thought it'd be funny to say.
Yeah, they reverse Benjamin Buttoned.
Yeah.
How the?
It's also, what's kind of funny is the show where they grow up is called All Grown Up, which implies they didn't grow any more after that. So it's like, are the Rugrats set in a? Well, I know there's this crazy theory that they're all like whatever, stillborns aborted. But if you're not aware, then Google it. But what if All Grown Up, because that's the end of the planet? That's it.
I was going to say, Chucky, you'd be like, don't show up to school tomorrow.
That's darker than I was going. Also, Chucky is very innocent in that.
I was going to say Dill, but I was worried nobody would know who that was.
Well, you got to bring it back to white male rage.
Yeah, but it's like you got Baby Yoda, and there was that story we did where it's like Baby Yoda and Baby Groot.
Exactly.
Groot responded.
Yeah.
Baby Groot's upset about Baby Yoda, so he said, quote, I am Groot.
They're beefing.
Hilarious.
They're beefing.
And I'm wearing diapers right now. Because I like it.
Yeah, well, to each their own. And then there was the story, like a week or so ago, there was the trending story about like some fan artist made Baby Jabba the Hutt. everything's just reverting back to childhood.
I say this is better than the trend of BuzzFeed articles that are like, we made all the characters in Arthur millennials.
Oh,
and it's like just they all have gauges and tattoos. And I'm like, this is horrible. I don't.
That's all of those. Like the hair and
they all look the same. The first time you see it, it's like, oh, this is kind of, I'm like, oh, okay. But then I'm like, oh, this is the same thing every time.
Yeah. And how many people do you know that like honestly look like that?
Oh,
like,
all of them. Every person I know looks like that.
Fair enough. Because I was going to say...
We live in Logan Square for crying out loud.
I was going to say, look at all of us. Like, we're just, what? You're wearing a sweatshirt with a video game character on it. You're wearing a sweatshirt with Sonic the Hedgehog.
I have a Homer Simpson tattoo. Thank you very much.
All right, fine. I'm sorry.
I think I've got Dill Pickles vibes. This outfit, Dill Pickles energy. All right.
So the punishment here, I guess we said, was just Luke gets to kill.
Yeah, Luke gets to kill the fucking peanut like he righteously deserves
on the
to.
world's stage.
Yes.
In a $1 million ad campaign that
plays during the Super Bowl.
And he makes so much money off of it.
It turns out the peanut is played by Sarah Squirm. I don't know.
So there's a new emoji out.
Folks, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and it's all different skin tones, including Simpsons skin tone.
I love the Simpsons one.
Yeah.
It's a funny show.
I like that it's the default emoji. It's the default color, right?
Yeah.
There's a big yellow hand.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys something. As other white men, do you feel uncomfortable choosing the white skin emoji?
I try not to. I like the yellow one.
I
like
just
the
go with the
yellow
default
one,
yellow one, but for some reason I feel like there's something... I don't know.
I've had other people tell me the same thing. They don't like it when they get the white one sent to them because they're like, "Oh, you went and like picked it out. You like went out of your way to like change it."
Conscious decision.
Liz Stockwell, Chicago Comics said that. I don't want to take credit for it, and but yeah, it was a good take.
Call in.
Yeah. So we got, what is this? Italian Americans are mad or something? Is that?
Well, yeah. Either they're mad or they're like, "Hey, it's about time now. I can express myself better."
Which one is it?
It's both. I don't know. Other people are saying, like, I guess this is a symbol in other cultures. Like, I was reading that there's some Israeli thing.
Language is quickly dying. This is all.
We don't need it anymore. Israelis use this emoji to tell each other to pipe down. So this is like quiet in Israeli.
Like going like shh.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, except with your fingertips.
That's so odd. It's just like it's so like embedded in like I only see Italians.
Yeah.
Like Italian types do that.
I mean, honestly, the hand it makes me hungry when I see that because I think about like
a nice pizza. Yeah. Some nice Olive Garden.
Yes. Ooh, unlimited breadsticks.
Well, and this New York Post article points out it depicts an extreme sex act because, as you all know, when you fist a person, you do this first and you go in.
Really?
And then you make the fist. Yeah. You don't just punch him in the asshole.
Of course. Is that the New York Post?
Yeah.
Of course, that's what they think.
There's I don't know if you guys saw, but the people that do the hard drive made a newspaper called the New York Shit Post, which is
funny.
just like terrible New York Times. They don't even have to do anything.
I was going to say,
New York Post is fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm. I like this comedian Martin Urbano on Twitter. He just reposts New York Post stories, but like adds captions. And his style is like very, like he's like very leans into being very offensive. So it was like one was like Casey Anthony considering having another kid, and he was like the champ comes out of retirement.
I think I actually saw that.
Just fully repeats someone else's tweet.
You know what? You gave credit where credit's due.
I like to credit everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta. That's how you make sure you're not plagiarizing. Like
Maroon!
Peanuts.
And
that's what I hear when I see this. Maroon!
In a full circle moment, last time I was here, the big story was fuck Jerry.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of Ja Rule.
Yeah, Ja Rule.
Firefest.
Speaking of Ja Rule, people stealing jokes.
Wow.
It all comes back.
It's some fucking crazy Tree of Life shit.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, as they say. Tree of Life, yeah. Terrence Malick make a movie about how people steal jokes.
And then come back a year later for the same podcast in a dirty bedroom. No,
it's not dirty. What the fuck?
It's a little
nice.
dirty.
It's homey.
Well, what do you want from me?
I'm not saying my room's clean, but I'm saying this room is a little dirty.
I just have a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's not like filthy. It's just there's a lot of stuff.
You sleep in that bed?
Bitch, you live like this?
You sleep in that bed. It's so
I sleep
funny.
on the couch because I watch TV and I fall asleep.
You have a bed
tight.
there. Why didn't you sleep in it?
I don't want the bed.
Because it's covered in crap. That's why.
No, I put that there so that we can take the nice couch photo at the end. Because all the blankets and stuff were on the couch, and I very nicely moved them. You're welcome.
We'll see if we want to take a couch photo today.
I just cleaned all the sheets. That's why all of that laundry is over there, because I was folding my laundry.
I guess now we got to sit in the fucking couch for the picture.
It's filthy because I washed my sheets in a washing machine with soap like a human being.
Andrew, I'm sorry you have to see this.
Oh, okay.
Andrew,
cover your ears.
Cover my ears.
I'm not saying that your stuff is chemically filthy. I'm just saying
correct.
It's unorganized. It's a mess in the sense
I have a lot of stuff.
You need to fucking purge like the fucking movie.
God damn you.
You guys got voicemails?
We do.
IO Netrunner's in the chat. He says, welcome to the last episode of
The series finale, as they say.
So what's the punishment for this Italian?
Who cares? Ship them back.
Okay. You have to eat as many pizzas as Papa John's did. Whoever made the emoji, I don't know.
We never did the follow-up, but Papa John said that he was going to try and outdo his record. I don't know why.
Who wants this?
I think it was. I think it's because he was like, oh, I was in so much trouble before, and now everyone is like talking about me again, but they're not mad. So I'm gonna just
Well, because his whole point was like, since there's a new CEO, he's been like fucking up the company. I've tasted so many of the pizzas since he's been head of the company, and they're not the same. And someone's like, you ate like 40 pizzas in 30 days? And that became the news story. And so his follow-up was like, now I'm going to eat 50 pizzas in 30 days. And it's like, what's wrong with you?
To own the libs. He's eating 50 pizzas to own the libs.
Oh, God.
Also, he's so sweaty in that video. It's so
He's
funny.
Permanently sweaty.
You just see it.
He just rubs the pizza on his face.
It's all garlic butter. Yeah.
Exactly. He's just showering. He's like, I have all the cups, but I can't do anything with it anymore.
And this week's Thought Cop's word of the week is bomboclot. I just see this randomly posted on memes and screenshots of anything on Twitter. It's some kind of meme. It took me a while to figure out what it was until I looked it up to talk about here on the show. So bomboclot is a Jamaican slang for a menstrual pad. And it's just it's a punchline for memes, I guess.
I'm assuming it's like calling someone like an idiot.
I think so.
Like, get off the stage, bomboclot.
Yes.
That's a good combination of sounds.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying to the ears. And also, let's go to our key to the city. Something positive, something nice we saw this week amongst all the filth. So my key to the city this week goes to the Twitter account Saved You a Click. They just post articles of they just post screenshots of clickbaity articles and then in 12 words or less explain what the article is so you don't have to click on it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, Saved You a Click. It's saving a lot of lives too by all the time you save, but wasting your time on Kotaku or wherever you get your news,
Thanks.
Kotaku.
Comicbook.com.
Yeah. Andrew, did you have anything cool you saw this week? Anything nice? Anything pleasing?
Anything positive?
It's hard to think. I know because it's so.
I just think of all the posts I've seen.
Yeah.
I pour over. I don't know. Does Drill have a key to the city? You should probably have one.
Sure. Yeah. He's got that. Have you seen his Adult Swim show?
No.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Drill's funny.
Yeah. It's a streaming show. It's him and Derek Estevez, I think his last name is. Derek on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Really funny.
I have a friend. His name's Jacob Martin. He has a show on UIC radio called Sailing Through the Years. But he did a thing where there was like a really long Drill tweet about going to like McDonald's or Burger King or something. And he turned it into a Sun Kill Moon song.
Okay,
pretty funny. So let's get Drill a key. I don't know. Why not? He's probably got a couple. He should have maybe another. If he doesn't have one, he needs one.
I agree. I think like by now I would have been like sick of his shtick, but it's still pretty funny. I still see Drill's post come up and I'm like, I get a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
Even though he's quote unquote like entry level weird Twitter, but
Man, come on.
Yeah.
He's a pioneer,
It was
okay?
like
He's an explorer.
It's such like a snobby thing, this entry level weird Twitter.
yeah, it's sad.
Imagine you saying that, like, outside of the context of a podcast, imagine you saying that out loud to another human being.
Yeah, you should only say that if a microphone's in front of your face.
Two other sweaty men.
Like someone you work with in real life is like, hey, I found this Twitter account. It's really funny. And you're like, oh, that's entry level weird Twitter. I would kill myself if those words came out.
But
of my
what if it
mouth.
was like somebody who's like, oh, you got to check out this Twitter account. It's shit my dad says. And you're like, that's funny. That's really great.
What if that's
I wouldn't use those words is what I'm saying.
Basketball players start saying that in interviews. They're like, oh, you got anything else to say? LeBron James. And he's like, yeah, by the way, drill is entry level weird Twitter. It's like the last thing he says.
Bernie's got to say that at the debates. If he says that, it gets game over.
Yeah, if Bernie said that, it would his supporters, everyone would donate another $5 and he would raise whatever, $50 billion.
Yeah. Because, his logic dictates 10 billion people would donate $5 each. And
Drill will be Bernie's vice president.
My key to the city this week goes to Jack Allison, friend of the show. I'll go ahead and say that. Just because we recorded last episode like
week and a half. Wait, no,
week
longer
and a half
than
or
that, yeah.
longer ago. But since then, Jack, I believe, I think since then,
yes,
he put out an article about like his weird beef with Saturday Night Live head writer Michael Shea, which was just like hilariously like obscure. I don't know how to describe it any better. If you haven't seen it yet, you have to read it because it's hilarious. All Jack did was like point out some weird clause in a SNL contract and like then said SNL sucks. And Michael Shea has like 2 or 3 times now created a Twitter account to like retweet him to make fun of him, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen some of I didn't see I saw this most recent story. I didn't read all of it, but he did another story before this, right?
Yeah.
And I read that
He's done
one.
like a couple things, but this one was in a certain publication. I can't remember which. And it immediately shot up to like the #1 trending story on Twitter, which is like hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I think he talked about this a little bit on the last time he was on the show. So
yeah,
I'll consider it part of the TCEU. That's the Thought Cops Extended Universe.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, key to the city goes to him.
Oh, let's give another key to the city to all the short kings.
Yes. And he is a short king. Well, let's get right along to those voicemails we got here. If you want to leave your own, you can give us a call at 312-788-7361, or you can always send us an audio file at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it.
Hey, this is like how you leave a voicemail Thought Cops, and this is just me stuttering.
Yep.
Hi, what's up? This is Hard to Take from Atlanta. You have definitely heard me stuttering and mumbling on another podcast, NFHC. Well, I think it's time to spread my uneducated ass onto other podcasts like Thought Cops. However,
yeah, go ahead.
I have good ideas. And you know that SWAT waffle from last week who tried to get a manager fired because he couldn't get a toothbrush? He's so much of a poor stack of shit he couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Well, I have a better idea, right? We take the better punishment for this guy, right? Bear with me. You get his age, right? Let's say he's 36, and then we'll shove 36 toothbrushes up his ass. I think that's the appropriate punishment for the crime, due to the fact of how much of a fucking cunt this man is. Anywho, take care, guys. Boners.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you. We should have that guy sentence everybody, since we seem to do a worse job at it.
Like, how old is he? Shoved 36 toothbrushes up his ass. This guy is obsessed.
I mean, that's a prerequisite. That's information I was not aware of, is how old he is.
And he's guessing here. I mean, he might not be.
Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Just pick a high number.
I like that in my head he was driving as he.
I think he was.
It sounded like a car.
That makes it so much funnier to me that he's driving around.
Hey, Thought Cops! I'm just behind the wheel.
Anytime I picture someone like making a phone call and driving, I always picture them doing this, like with the phone between their ear and the
they do
the shoulder
pinch.
Yeah.
I can never get that down. It's so uncomfortable.
It used to be easier when there were like bigger phones, but now you got this like small piece of glass.
I never had the confidence to do it. I was always like, it's going to slip out from my shoulder.
Very embarrassing when it does.
Yeah.
Someone's like, what happened? And you're like, the phone dropped.
I was trying to do something I saw in a cartoon.
Yeah. I was making notes.
They used to
Timmy
make-
Turner holds phone.
They
Like,
used to make like certain handles that like you would suction it onto the end of like a corded phone, and so it had that extra space, so it'd be easier.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
my mom used to have one of those. Both of my parents did, but I just remember my mom having that. I don't know.
Yeah. And then this guy too, apparently.
Yeah, and then this guy.
Hey, Thought Cops.
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Good, man.
No, seriously, how you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
We hear so little about your life, and I mean, I know Grant is depressed and he constantly wants to kill himself,
Well,
but
I mean, not constantly.
Kevin, how you doing?
Me? I'm all right.
Anyways, I've pretended enough that I care.
Okay, this is good.
My 2 minutes of hate, my rage, is simple. It's just women. They're just stupid. I don't get it. I mean, I'm stupid too. I'm not gonna deny it, but they're dumber. They're more stupid. Jesus. I mean, sometimes, I'm trying to fuck. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the dating apps. Right. And the shit you read on their profiles is just pathetic. God damn. Some ugly bitches.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm not interested in being friends with benefits. I don't want one night stands. Bitch, nobody's trying to fuck you. Nobody.
I mean, somebody.
And then there's these bitches, these women that don't have any pictures of themselves in there. And then right in their profile, maybe I send you a picture of myself after we talked, after I got to know you. Do you not understand how this works? This app is purely based on how you look. Nobody reads the bios if they weren't displayed in the first picture. If I had to make an extra click to read your bio, I would never read what you wrote. God damn it. I mean, I'm sure guys write stupid things too, but I'm not gay, so I don't see any dudes on Tinder.
Okay, that's
I just have
cherry
my height
on top.
in there. I mean, I'm lucky I'm above 180. I'm 186
Pounds or
centimeters, obviously. Fucking Americans with their fucking imperial system.
Oh my God.
Shit is fucking stupid. Get a grip. Get to 2020. I mean, your whole country needs a reboot. Who am I kidding? I mean, every country does, but yours especially. And
I feel great at having a German say that the world needs a
American
reboot.
Citizen, and I had any self-respect, I would plan to assassinate Hillary Clinton in Minecraft.
Jesus.
I'm not trying to get you guys into trouble, but
Thank you.
For God's sakes,
I don't know
thank
if you could tell. This voicemail is very long.
Yeah.
And I'm
3:51.
also pretty drunk.
Oh,
And it's a weeknight, but fuck it. I'm in college. I'm in university. So I don't give a fuck. All right.
I was fully imagining like a 40-year-old man. I was like, I thought this was a...
So, peace out.
He's in uni.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was. Thank you, Yosef. Normally, I would say keep those under a minute, but we like you.
That was good.
We're interested to see where the hell that could possibly go. He warned us. He did warn us.
He did hit every beat I expected him to.
Yeah.
My 2 minutes of hate, it's simple. Women. The bio.
Well, guys can do it, but I'm not gay.
I'm not gay too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see his dating profile.
And he fucking anticipated all of like my fucking responses.
He did.
It's like 186.
186.
What, pounds? No, centimeters. You fucking dumbass.
He listens to the show.
Fuck?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to go outside now.
Get his dating profile and then put it on the Patreon.
Yes.
It's a good idea.
For just
we're gonna do it. We're gonna dox you on Patreon and make money.
Yeah.
Send my location to Berlin, or he doesn't live in Berlin. He hates Berlin. That's right. He lives somewhere in Germany. I don't know where the hell it is.
It's all the same. I don't care.
All right, we'll put the next one here.
Do you guys know him in real life, or is he just a fan?
No, he just calls in.
That rocks.
Yeah. Let's do Blumberg.mp3. Gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, bitches. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but have you guys been, enjoying a YouTube channel, say, for example, Be Nice to Me Production,
hey.
And then you get a fucking Mayor Bloomberg for president ad about how awful vaping is and Trump is bad because he's in the pockets of Big Vape. What the fuck? I'm just trying to enjoy my YouTube shows, and this fucking shill just keeps ruining it.
Sucks.
That is so ugly. I hate Mayor Bloomberg. He needs to drop out of life. He needs to just die. It's really annoying. This guy is like a billionaire and he's just spending like hundreds of millions of dollars on ads when no one fucking likes his ass just to screw over Bernie or something. I don't know. I can't think of a punishment. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah, he bought his way into the next Democratic debate.
Well,
he just purchased his way in.
Well,
somehow.
the DNC dropped the requirement.
Yeah, last minute.
Like trying to use him as a spoiler. Today. Yeah. But Big Vape is a big problem.
It really is. It really is.
Have you ever seen any of these libertarian vapors? Have you seen any of this stuff? Oh, it's so funny. Here,
I know people that are libertarian, and I know people that vape, and I know people
it's pretty
that
much
are probably
one-to-one.
libertarian that vape. I wouldn't say it's 1-to-1. I know people that vape that aren't libertarian.
But I think that if you are libertarian, there's a very, very, very high chance that you vape.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Just search I vape, I vote on Google Images.
Oh, no, what? I have seen something to a similar effect.
I can't find the one that I really like. It's just like a weird looking guy. Yeah. And he, over his like profile picture on Facebook, it's like, I vape, I vote. It's very funny.
Heyo.
So can we just come together as a society on just one thing? Now that the Grammys are over, can we just admit that Lizzo is not that good without shaming anybody for being a fat hater? Can we just admit that?
I've never heard
Got
Lizzo.
the Grammys out. Her music's not that good. I think it's close to your guys' anniversary.
Oh, yes.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
It's actually, I looked it up before we recorded. February 12th, I think we dropped the first episode.
Okay, well, that'd be a little bit after this one comes out.
2017. Yeah, so not quite, but because this is 152. So 2 weeks?
Yeah.
He left another voicemail. Gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Heyo, it's me again.
Hi.
So I want to do a little key to the city, actually. So, again, I know you guys' 3-year anniversary is coming up here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not exactly sure what episode this will be for, but
close enough.
Yeah, basically, I just want to say key to the city goes to fucking the Thought Cop.
Thank you.
Kevin and Grant. I have been listening to the show since the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm trying not to dox myself here, but I've known Kevin since high school.
Yeah.
We worked together in high school at a local sandwich shop, dishing out some tasty subs. But I got to say, I initially started listening to the show coming from the place of a supportive friend, and at some point down the line, I'm listening to the show as a devoted fan. I look forward to your guys' episodes every single fucking week.
Man, that means a lot.
Please keep making this podcast. And I'm sorry that I still haven't signed up on Patreon because I'm a skeezy fan.
No,
but I love you guys.
Oh, thanks. Love you too.
And good night.
Yeah, that means a lot, man. Thank you. I know who that is. I won't dox him either. But yeah, that's yeah, I know in the beginning, I mean, when you start any podcast, you're shouting into the void and nobody's listening except for your close friends who are very kind and very patient. And
I'm kind and too patient.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because with the 3-year anniversary coming up, I mean, I don't want to get too corny. I won't. No, I will. Fuck it. I feel like... No, I do feel like, you know, for whatever this is, I know it's not like a massive thing, but like the people that we've met because of the show, the people that we've had on the show, the people who have... Anyone who's been involved in this.
Contributed in some sort of way or pitched us a couple bucks on Patreon or just listened at all to any episode.
I was in a very bad place when I started this podcast about 3 years ago, and I would say that my life has changed drastically from being involved with this in the best possible way. And for anybody who listens to this, I don't give a shit if you fucking donate or not, but like fucking thank you, especially if you've been listening for a long time. It means a lot. We put a lot of work into this, you know, may not seem like it sometimes because we don't know what the hell we're always talking about, but that's the appeal.
What does anybody know what they're talking about? You know, you turn on MSNBC, they're saying the N-word. What are they doing?
We don't do that in the show.
We don't do that. Yeah.
I was trying to be wholesome without going to too treacherous of areas. But thank you for listening. Yeah, no, it does mean a lot for anyone who has listened to even like 3 episodes of the show. I would be very happy to hear that, and anyone, you know, who has been involved, you know, and, you know, nearby or far away. It's been a ride, and we're going to keep going, baby. I got a good feeling about this year.
Say that every year.
No,
but this time I mean it. The last couple years, I was just, you know.
And I've said this before. I don't know.
Those were just practice.
Yeah. You had all that written down on your phone before. You know that this was coming up. No, I've said this before, and I don't know if I've said it on a show episode or not, but like I've always had that creative drive just to like do something, and it doesn't matter what, but like, you know, I played music for a long time to fucking rooms full of 0 people. Just big empty rooms, and it's like the fact that anybody like gives a shit at all is, you know, great. We have people calling in from other countries and shit like that, like, you know, that listen to every episode and have references to every episode. Like,
that's so crazy, man. Like, just the stupid little world, like the fact that people will call in a reference like killing someone in Minecraft, that warms my heart every time. Even if it's like sadistic or whatever. It's just like,
I know, like, we have a pretty good community of people too. Like,
the Discord
we don't have
is great.
any
the Twitter,
fucking like weird shit going on Discord or on fucking any site. Like, it's pretty tame. Everyone's on board with like the irony, but nobody goes too far. No one's fucking like a Nazi or some shit. You know, it's good. It's good.
And people who have come to the live shows, anything like that, it's just been a blast.
The opportunities that we've had and the opportunities we will continue to have.
That's right. Stay tuned, folks.
Hats off to Thought Cops. I challenge this coward who won't dox himself to come out to one of my shows. Rep the B-Town, baby.
Yeah, that's true. You're all
Rep the B-Town.
Andrew and I are also from the same hometown.
No, I'm sure you're a great person. I just thought that'd be funny to say.
It was.
So I say, go check out
the whistleblower. Name him.
Check out Andrew's shows. He is part of the TCEU, as I have said about some of our other guests. He's not only that, he's also family. Everybody, like
the TCEU and the 630.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, we have the same area code on our phone, so now you have to come to my shows.
Venn diagram, circle.
Boom. Just like time.
Well, I think let's just end on that. Andrew, thanks so much for coming back on the program.
I had a great time. Very fun.
Yeah. And like I said, thanks so much to everybody who continues to listen. I know this isn't exactly 3 years, but I'm going to forget when it is.
We got 2 more weeks.
I want to forget.
I'll remember the 12th because it's right before. It's 2 days before Sonic comes out.
2 days before Sonic comes out. I love that Sonic comes out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Classic.
Well, guys, if you do feel like it, throw us a few bucks on Patreon. Patreon.com/ThoughtCops. If you have any kind words you'd like to leave us yourself, or not so kind, or whatever. You're just driving in the car, you got some heat on your mind, give us a call, 312-788-7361, or send us an audio file at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.